What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I have a pretty exciting unboxing, kind of a general overview on a product which I never thought that we would actually purchase and want until we actually had an Airbnb that had one in it, and we thought it was a pretty cool thing and it did a pretty decent job at certain stuff. So we picked one up. This is the Roomba. This is the i3. They do have 6 or 7 different versions of the Roomba, and there's a million other different brands out there. Originally we wanted a Samsung or a Dyson, but they are more like your $600, $700, $800 robot vacuum cleaners, whatever you want to call them. So we went with the Roomba for a few reasons, and we went with the i3 for a few other reasons. We do not know anything about this stuff, so take that with a grain of salt. But we went with the Roomba because we know a few people that have them, and they've actually had to service them themselves. And supposedly the parts are pretty easy to get to, especially like the rollers and the brushes on the bottom are easy to pick up and get and service them yourself. So that was one of the big things. We don't like wasting stuff, especially electronics. We like to try to keep things around as long as possible. And they had a million different options, and we have a cat, we have a 17-month-old, so we wanted one that was more gear oriented to that. These can get pretty expensive, so this was actually $349. It generally is $399, but it was on sale on Amazon. I believe at Target also it was that price, so you can get it at a few different outlets. And the actual Airbnb we had actually had one of the Anchor brand ones, which is a little bit cheaper. But we got this because I think all of the Roomba ones have 2 rollers on the bottom. So from what I read, that is this is kind of a good mid-range one to get. We did not get the canister to go with it, so where it would empty into the canister itself. We're pretty somewhat active. We can do it ourselves. We don't mind doing that. We didn't think the canister was something we actually needed to go and get. So let's get this unboxed, see what's in here. Here. Again, a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. So you do have an app to control this, and another big thing that we liked about this is that it says that it's pretty good at learning your home, pretty pet friendly, and this company's been around forever, so we just thought it was a good option to go with. I did a very little research on actually which one of these are good, but the one that was in our Airbnb was actually pretty good. The one that was actually in our Airbnb was actually pretty good also. And I believe the one there was $179. I don't know what the Anchor brand is of it, but it is the Anchor brand, which Anchor is a good company. Most of our chargers are Anchor. We usually prefer to get those over any of the Apple ones or any of the other ones out there. So this is it. Looks pretty nice. I do like the overall design of it. I'm hoping there's another brush, because currently there's only one installed. So that may be a problem. But overall, the look of it is pretty nice. Let's get to the accessories and hope there's another brush in here. Otherwise, I'm probably going to have to take it back. This is the charging stand that you plug in. Yep, there you go. So it has a regular standard plug there. I wouldn't call it standard, but it is more standard, easier to get if you need to go to like a hardware store and get something like that. So looks like we're missing a brush. Is it only supposed to come with one? Evidently it only comes with one brush, which is kind of weird. Can you install a second one? Huh. I'll have to look into that because, well, the picture here only has one brush, but it looks like it only has one brush. Maybe that's just for the sides, just to pick up dirt like around corners and stuff. It's kind of weird. It has a hole here for a second one. Maybe the second one has to be bought separately. If the second one has to be bought separately, that's a pretty crappy move, and I wouldn't recommend buying this if that's something that you actually have to go and do. We'll check into that once we get your manual here. Get starting guide. Your owner's manual. This is for the i3 and the i4, so they're very similar in their design. Don't know what the difference is. Go to the website if you want. I do like that all the packaging is recyclable, so you see there's a little recycle sticker there, and everything here looks like it would be pretty easy to recycle. And you get your little extra filter here, similar to what like a car air filter is for the inside. And that's really it. What is this? Overall, packaging is really nice. Not that that matters, but it's always nice to get some. I mean, when you buy an Apple product, most of the time you're buying it for the looks and the packaging. So I do like that. I do like at the top that it's kind of has this textured pattern here. It looks nice. It doesn't look too cheap or I don't know. It is plasticky, but it feels pretty sufficient in its actual weight. I'm not really sure how this picks up any dust. Where does it actually go? Does it go in there? Just actually vacuum, like sucking things up? I do not know how these work. Supposedly these are pretty good at tracking. The only thing that... This thing broke? No, I guess it's supposed to be like that. I don't know, it feels weird. We'll see how it works. If it works. Huh. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. I don't know. I'll have to look into it once I get to playing around with it. Because it does look like you can unlock this and actually take it off. I assume that's how you maybe empty it. I should probably read the starter's guide. That's probably what I should do. But overall, it seems nice. Let's see if I can get this off without too much effort. Nope. It's dummy proof, so I'm probably going to have to look into it. But I will get a more long-term review of it up as I go. It just feels broke. Maybe I need to look into that. 3 buttons here at the top. So you have your power button, your clean, and then your home. I assume that takes it back to its base here. So that's it. That's just a quick unboxing overview. Pretty sure this is put on wrong, so I'm going to look into that real quick and see how it goes. It's I kind of like that it just comes with one little brush at the bottom. Hopefully you don't have to buy another one, but I'm sure you do. So that's it. Comments, questions, leave them below. I'll get a more long-term view of this up probably 6 months down the road once I get some time with it and set it up. I hope you have a good rest of the day, weekend, whatever it is out there, and I'll see you guys next time.